when work or something is like getting you down and like pulling you from like something that you really want to do, I think it's like important just to like punch through the barriers and just hit them with the Kahama Mima Huma Mama from Dragon Ball Z and just do it.
Try that again one more time.
It's the Kam a mi ha.
That's right. That's it.
That's the one, right?
You sounded it out. You nailed it that time.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
All that to say, just go into Super Saiyan mode and just push through.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome to episode 36 of Mustache Ride. I'm one of your co-hosts, Sherman Cool, and right here, right next to me is the amazing, wonderful, the Dirty Tooth, as always. And we're so glad you guys could be here tonight. We have not a lot to talk about, but kind of a lot to talk about tonight. We didn't really fill up the docket with a bunch of newsy garbage. We're going to get a little deeper tonight. Just a little deeper. Nothing major. But yeah, we're really glad you guys could join us tonight. We record this show twice a month live right here on our YouTube channel. Tonight's actually the first episode ever recorded live on YouTube. We're normally on Twitch, and now we're on YouTube because Twitch is a sinking ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's time to move to where our content is, and that's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube. We started on Twitch because we personally stream on Twitch, but like you gotta let it go. Mustache Ride is the future.
Yep.
And so is YouTube.
Sometimes you gotta ride those mustaches away into the future.
Off into the sunset.
Which is what we're trying to do right now.
That's what we're doing. But not into the sunset, into the dawn. The dawn of a new era for Mustache Ride.
The YouTube era.
Yes. And we'll talk all about it very soon. But first, it's been 2 weeks since we've recorded an episode. And a lot's happened in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I want to know what has happened in your life, Tooth. What are you doing with yourself?
Right now I'm dancing. Right now I'm you hear that? You hear that? Probably.
Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
I don't.
What I've been doing. So actually I haven't played as many games as I normally have. Work has been super crazy. I had like 38 hours by Wednesday of this week, which was kind of nuts. And I've just decided that I'm not doing that anymore. So on Friday, everybody was working, trying to get this project done. I was like, hey, I'm leaving. And it was noon. I was like, today's my day off. I'm going home. It's noon. See you guys later. And so that felt good. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to see how early I can leave before I get fired. That's the goal, I think. So I'm just going to start leaving. Like it'll be at 4:45, then it'll be at 4:30, then 4, then 3. And we'll just see how that goes. But
yeah.
The games that I have played.
Good plan.
Yeah, I think it's a good plan. So I've had to cancel streams, so I haven't been playing as much, but I did go back to streaming. Yesterday was the first stream back in the last week, and I played Minecraft, a modded version of Minecraft, which is the Java computer version. And there was some pretty cool stuff in it. Like you could grab mobs, like the cows and different animals, and you could just like put them on another animal. I don't know. There were a lot of funny things. I'm going to edit a video, I think, of a couple of shorts or something and put it together.
Like fusion? Like you can fuse them together?
No, you just set them on kingdom? You just set them on top of each other.
Oh.
Which makes it like it's not like cool, it's just funny. It's just like a funny.
You just see what happens.
Yeah, you just see what happens. So that's pretty funny. I've been playing Only Up, which I'm sure we'll talk about later because that's the Indie Iceberg from last time. And I worked on 2 YouTube videos. I finished a script for my Bard's Tale video, which is going to be a really funny one. It's a funny game, so I thought I would do a funny script. I'm going to try to record that this weekend. And then I'm working on a potential series that I'm going to try to put out, which was like low key kind of your idea, which is making tutorial based videos. The first one that I'm writing right now is thumbnails. So I'm gonna just do a YouTube video making a thumbnail. And I talk a little bit about Mr. Beast's thumbnails, and I'm gonna try to recreate a Mr. Beast thumbnail to try to talk about like where you can pull sort of your own inspiration from stuff and not just like do the copy and paste YouTube thing.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, I'm excited. So not too much this week, but I have some good ideas in the works, I think, and I'm excited to try to keep pushing forward to just like pump out YouTube videos because I think it's important to start doing that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad to hear that your extreme work schedule is not getting too much in the way of your creativity of creating things. I mean, it seems like you're pushing through a barrier.
Yeah.
In order to get some stuff made, and I think that's what it's all about, baby.
Yeah, I think it's important, like when work or something is like getting you down and like pulling you from like something that you really want to do. I think it's like important just to like just punch through the barriers and just hit him with the Kahama Mima Huma Mama from Dragon Ball Z and just do it.
Try that again one more time.
It's the Kam a mi ha.
That's right. That's it.
That's the one, right?
You sounded it out. You nailed it that time.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I'm gonna let you go down. I'm gonna let you dig this hole and just fall right in. Go ahead. No, you nailed it. That was it.
Thanks. I feel like I was gonna crush it, but all that to say, just go into Super Saiyan mode and just push through. Right?
Yeah. I mean, at least to a degree. I mean, don't hurt yourself, you know?
Don't do that.
But yeah, I think we put up a lot of mental barriers and that don't have to be there.
True.
You know what I mean? I do the same thing. I'm real bad. So you're an inspiration, Tooth. I hope you keep up the momentum. And in fact, you inspired me. I'm going to get into what I've been playing.
Oh, good idea.
I actually started on a video for Only Up, a script, just writing down, wrote like a page and a half of some words on my experience so far in Only Up. I've been playing for like maybe 3-4 hours, just trying to get up, and it's hard to get up.
I only get down in that game.
You know what I mean? And so you try and you feel confident, and then you're sad, and then you're confident again, and then you're sad again, and that's kind of how Only Up goes. But
it's a pretty common occurrence. Believe it or not, 55% of people can't get it up.
Yeah,
in Only Up.
In Only Up, yeah. It happens to everyone.
It happens to everybody at least once in their life.
I'm sure we'll get more into that once we get to the Indie Iceberg segment. But also, yeah, I've been playing Only Up, but also I've been playing this game BattleBit Remastered. It's a early access game, a military simulator that looks like Roblox. Apparently what I heard is that it's made by 3 people, which is even more insane. But very big, large battle simulation, not simulation, but it's kind of like a war simulation. 127 v 127. So I think it's got to be some of the largest team battles in gaming that I've heard of.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. It's so fun. The real bread and butter is the proximity chat, which they make very clear you'll get banned really quick if you're inappropriate and really, not doing well, or not doing well, but like not saying good things.
Yeah.
So you don't get a lot of people saying a lot of bad things. At least I haven't experienced it much, which is a major plus.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they nail the gameplay. The gameplay feels really good, really intuitive. Everything's very customizable. And then there's a lot of features that longtime fans of games like Battlefield have always wanted. And it's just a really cool, and it's in early access too, so it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
But it's just a really cool, like, they stripped out all the high fidelity 4K mumbo jumbo. It doesn't look great. It looks like Roblox,
Yeah.
but it plays really well. The fundamentals, the bare bones, the things that have to be good are really good.
Yeah.
And it downloaded in like 2.5 seconds. It can run on probably just about anything, and it's just really impressive. Super cool.
It's cool that
BattleBit remastered.
it's cool that like games like that are starting to like pop up, because I feel like for a long time people have like put so much on like graphics, and even we've talked about it like with the crazy like games that are like the body cam footage game that we talked about before. Like
Yeah.
the graphics are so crazy, but I think a lot of people don't think about like the gameplay is why you're gonna keep in it. And so
Mhm.
I think it's cool when games pop up. And I was watching you play it, and it does seem like it runs really well. It's fun looking. Like the proximity chat is super hilarious, but in like the
Yeah.
best way. So yeah.
It's a good time. BattleBit remastered, and it's like $15 in early access, and it's a good game so far. Really interested to see where that thing goes in the future. But also, I started a new game of Pokemon Ruby on my phone. I have like an emulator. That's what I love
Hmm.
about iPhone, about Safari, is that you can like go to a web page and then just save that web page to your phone, and
Mm.
I'm playing Ruby just on my phone. It's
That's
super
sick.
chill.
I've never done
So I just
anything
pull it
like
up
that.
every now and then. Yeah,
I
I'll
should.
have to share how I
Yeah.
did it with you.
That's cool.
I don't remember the website exactly, but there's a bunch of them. Anything you can run in Safari, you just save that page to as a home screen icon, and then you can just go to it at a click of a button, at a tap of a finger.
I'm like one of the weirdos that downloads Chrome and then I never use Safari for anything.
It's the only thing I use
Ever.
Safari for, because it
Interesting.
doesn't work with Chrome. You can't save anything to your
Yeah. It
home
doesn't,
screen
yeah.
with Chrome. So
Hmm.
yeah, I thought that was
That's
kind of
awesome.
cool, and
Yeah.
I've had it on my phone for a long time, but just recently I kind of fired up a new game, so it's nice. Um, although I've been having some tooth woes.
Not
So
me.
last, not you.
Yeah.
Luckily, you're one dirty tooth I want to keep around, but
Good.
I do have a dirty tooth that I can't keep around apparently. So last week, I ended up early last week. I was going through some tooth pain. It got worse and worse until like I couldn't stand it, and my face started swelling up over here, and I was like in pain. I had to end up getting some antibiotics and some Motrin, and I actually just finished up my antibiotics today. So the
Nice.
infection should be more or less gone. But I've gotten like 3 consultations from different dentists, endodontists, oral surgeons, yada yada, and it's finally been determined I gotta get a tooth pulled. Man,
That
I'm kind
stinks.
of devastated.
You don't need all of them though.
There's a lot in there, but like
Yeah. There's a
I don't
lot.
know. This tooth has been with me for like a long time,
Yeah.
and I wish I knew that it was infected. It's been infected for a long time. I didn't even know, and it's finally just like beyond saving. There,
But
I've already had one root canal, and instead of getting another root canal, there's a crack, and now they're just like, it's not worth saving. You just gotta yank it out, and then eventually get an implant or something way too expensive. So
it sounds like you've had a bad relationship with that tooth for a long time though. Like it's time to pull the plug. Like it's a toxic relationship.
toxic relationship. It is. Yeah. I mean, how long are you going to hold on if it's treating you bad,
Let
and
go.
and it's been treating me bad. But then like I won't have a tooth there. Like imagine eating tortilla chips. That's going to be awful, So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think
I'm sure
you'll
other people that bad dental genes run in your genes in your family.
mhm.
There's no rhyme or reason sometimes for having bad teeth, but so I know I'm not alone. I know
Yeah.
I'm not alone. A lot of people have to get teeth pulled and stuff. Uh, but it's just a bummer for me. I don't know. I just didn't think I'd get here this fast.
I think you're gonna get, I think you'll get there, and then it'll be okay. Like you'll come out and be like, dang, I didn't even know it. I don't need that tooth. Look at me. I'm chewing on the other side now. This side's been way better to me than the other side. I will say that you inspired me to go to the dentist, which is good. I went to the dentist too. I don't have to get a tooth pulled, but I do have to get 2 crowns and my wisdom teeth cut out, which in my opinion seems way worse, and I shouldn't have went to the dentist because now I know that I need to do that, and that sucks.
We're only getting older, dude. You know what I mean?
True.
Like,
gotta take care of yourself.
And eventually you want to be a good role model to maybe a little dirty tooth, and maybe eventually you'll want to say like, hey, little dirty tooth, it's good to go to the dentist. Look at me go.
Go to the dentist.
And so that's kind of the way I'm coming at this from. It's time to man up, be an adult, and maybe soon I'll make a doctor's appointment just for a quick little checkup, even though I don't really think anything's wrong with me.
Nope. I'm not going to do that one.
Maybe I'm deficient, and there's some vitamin I'm not getting, and maybe I need to get a vitamin. You know what I mean? There's some vitamin I need.
Some calcium.
Who's going to tell me? A doctor's going to tell me if I need a vitamin. And so maybe I'll do that.
You need some calcium to fix your teeth. That's what you need.
Probably. Yeah, apparently. There's not enough calcium in the world to build me a new, fresh tooth, unfortunately. So anyway,
that's important. Go to the dentist. Go to the dentist. Go to the doctor. Just do it. Just get it checked out. Don't slack.
Keep your teeth. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, also it's just been hot as hell lately. I'm just like miserable. I work outside, and so I'm just miserable outside working. It's so hot. I live in California, so it's been like all week it's been mid to upper 90s. Right now I think it's like 105 or something outside. And it's worse in some places, but right now it's just like
it's crazy.
Terrible. Yeah.
It's been
staying in the AC.
I didn't even talk about this, but it was kind of wild. Like we had at work, we had our building shut down because we had a water valve break. And at the same week that we had that, our air quality's been like terrible because of the wildfires in not California, in Canada. So we've had like an air quality that's been like insane for us. Like typically it's 20 and it's been like in the 160s, 170s.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow. And if you guys hear something in the background, I'm not playing BattleBit Remastered on my phone. There's fireworks shooting off, so that's my bad.
Yeah, it is July 1st.
Yes.
It's
not 4th.
Just a few days away from the 4th of July, which is an American holiday if you haven't heard of it.
Where people explode things loudly for some reason.
America.
Just
America things.
Just eat a hot dog. Like don't like
eat a hot dog.
Yeah, you don't have to explode things. Just eat a hot dog.
You want a hot dog or a hamburger? Anyway, and I'm working on that Only Up video. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited
to finally
too.
be working on something again, and then also to get some, to get my thoughts on Only Up out, because I've got some thoughts.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. In fact, do you want to just hop into our Indie Iceberg segment now?
Yes. I think we can.
I think we're warmed up for Only Up to talk about it. So, how has Only Up been for you?
Indie Iceberg. It's been dreadful, actually. So I played for let's see. I played one night with you when you were playing it on stream, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we played for like an hour and
I think it was like 2 hours.
Hour and a half,
maybe 145.
Yeah, 145, 2 hours. And I was so careful. I learned to slow walk. I wasn't running. I didn't jump on any beds. I was like, I'm taking this slow and steady. I'm going to get to the top. And I got pretty far up. I got to the point where like there's that statue. I don't know. I don't really remember what the statue is, but like you're walking up like the really, really thin thing. And then you have to jump. Like there's like a really thin one. It's not that high up. It's just after the trains. And
okay,
I fell. And after that, I was like, well, might as well just start going faster then. And so I was like trying to find different strategies. I was using the elevator, I was trying to use the beds, and I never got any better at it. I watched a
Mm,
speed running video to the up to the point where I was. So
sure.
I didn't like look any further. I have seen some streams that are further than I am, but I
Yeah,
didn't look up any speed running strats because I was like, I don't want to like outdo myself. And so
sure.
I can consistently get up to that same point in like 15 to 20 minutes. Like I can get right up there. Like it's no problem. But I fall every time and I can't get up any higher and I can't figure out how to use the beds efficiently.
Mm,
And I watch other people play and I'm just not a good gamer and I fall down to the favelas every single time and the stupid elephant just keeps telling me that
mm-hmm,
I'm a stupid kid and I believe him now, and my self
mm-hmm.
esteem is just shot. I'm not a gamer. There's just no way around it. I'm not a gamer.
There's something you got to realize about Only Up, and it's that it's not a good game. You know what I mean? Like it's not a good game. It's just a bunch of assets, Unity or like whatever assets just shoved in there, moved around a little bit, jostled to where you can barely make it up. Maybe some clever design with the beds and where things are and whatever. But really, like, it's not a good game. But it one of the points I was gonna make in my video I'm making is like that Only Up only has value because we've decided to give it value. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And like I feel like a lot of games can have those like little intricacies of like ways to like it, but Only Up we've just all chosen it's just that perfect combination of like rage bait and speed running, like you can't do it but then you
Yeah.
can kind of
Yeah.
vibe. And so I don't know, but we've decided to like Only Up and I think that's great. And so with that said, like when things happen that are out of your control, like you're something that you've mantled 10 times, 20,000 feet up in the air, you've mantled this oil tanker 50 times and it's worked every time, but then you come back and all of a sudden you just slide along the side and
Yeah.
it doesn't mantle and
Yeah.
then you fall. And it's like, it's frustrating, but also it's like, this game's a piece of garbage anyway. Like it's like, what do I expect,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's easier to laugh it off, I feel like, and you get right back into it. There's something beautiful about it. I don't know. I hate it, but I like it.
Yeah.
Um,
It is one of those things that you just like hate and love, and you're like, well, I'm gonna keep playing. But the
mhm.
amount of people that I've seen just like straight up rage quit is kind of crazy. Watching the compilations of falls and stuff like that. Like I saw Kai Cenat in stream.
Oh,
Like it's just there's some dog. I watched Doctor Disrespect play it. It's really funny. Like I think like overall like it's just a super funny game, and the amount of like build up and like anxiety you have like walking across something. Like I don't the thing that I like makes me not like it but like it is that like back when like Call of Duty, like you were grinding to get the nuke, you're like, I'm gonna drop a nuke in this game.
yeah,
You didn't, but you still won the game, like still won the death match, so you still
sure, yeah,
won. You're like, I still like, I'm gonna do it again, like I'm gonna keep grinding for it. And no matter
yeah,
what, if you always win, you're not disappointed. You're just like, I still won, like I still dropped
true,
40 kills. But in this game, you fall and you have to restart, and there's nothing. You get nothing except criticism and hatred from
yeah,
all the things that are said in the game. And
but
that
mostly from
sucks.
yourself.
Mostly from yourself and
Yeah.
the elephant.
The good thing is I feel like you get high up enough and there are large enough like land masses, sky islands, if you
Mm,
will,
yeah.
where you don't necessarily drop all the way back down to the favelas every time you fall.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can often catch yourself on the spaghetti rail train tracks,
Yeah.
railroad train tracks. That's what I'm thinking. The spaghetti of train tracks, or
Spaghetti.
the big spaghetti of pipes, or the
I thought you got higher than me, and
windmill,
there's a
or
bowl of spaghetti somewhere. I'm not that high yet.
there might be. I don't
There could
know,
be.
but
I've seen
I
a
do
dragon.
remember. Yeah, there's a dragon. There's a big
Yeah.
ass windmill. I remember the first night we played, I had seen like TikTok clip, or some sort of clip of, I think it was Charlie or some speedrunner, otherwise like hit the windmill skip, and they
Mm,
like jumped on the bed and grabbed the windmill blade, and then it kind of like shot them up, and
yeah.
they went pretty far, and I was like, that looks cool, and then I forgot about it. And then I got to that point and I was like, I think I can do this. And it took me a minute to figure it out, but I nailed it for
Yes.
like without dropping all the way down, which was awesome. Felt really good. And it kind of like revitalized me, got me going again. And I feel like there's something there. I don't know, a game where it's like you're exploring, but you can't really explore, but there's a lot of ways to get up. There's a
Yeah.
lot of ways to go up. You
A
don't
lot
have
of
to follow one
techniques.
path, but doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's a lot of ways.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep playing it. I want to get up.
Me too.
I
I
don't know
do
what that
too.
means, but I wanna get it up
I do too. And maybe one day we will, you know?
one day.
Who's to say?
But
Who's to
yeah,
say?
I think overall, I like the game. I'm happy that we chose it is Indie Iceberg. I'm still gonna play it.
Okay.
I'm still
Me
gonna
too.
play it.
I think I will too. It's still good content. That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's still
Yeah.
good content. It's easy to pull clips from that and make
Absolutely.
shorts or make videos. So I'm gonna try to do that too. But yeah, that was a good. I don't know. Is there anything else? Any final thoughts on Only Up that you have? Any deeper dives that you wanna go down?
I think some of the like one cool thing about it is like you mentioned like sort of the larger land masses. I will say that there's a lot of like relief. Like you go through something that's like really scary or like really anxiety, and then you get some relief with a giant land mass or a road that you pause on. Like
Yeah.
it's not like just brutal the whole time. Like it gives you little breaks to be like, oh man, like I got up here. Like whoof.
Yeah,
Woof.
until you're walking along that road. It's like a 5 lane, 6 lane highway. You're running along that road, and then the road in front of you drops
Yes.
and leaves cars floating as a bridge. And it's like, dude, I'm running here. Like, no, like there's some breaks for sure,
Yeah.
but it's all a facade.
Yeah.
It's just a setup to make you feel safe, to get you into the next BS. I don't know, man. I don't know. That game's it's manipulative, you know?
I like some of the cool
Ugh.
little skips though, like the elevator, the train track one.
The
There's
drone.
the drone. Like there's a lot of cool stuff in the game. The
Yeah.
assets are really cool. I'm interested to see. Like I'm gonna watch a full playthrough. I think because I'm interested to see how the story is. Because there's it feels like there's something, and you're gonna get to
It's
the end, and it's gonna be like you're gonna be like, oh my god, like
I've seen
what's
it.
going
I've seen
on?
the end.
You've seen it? There's nothing.
I've seen the end. I mean, it's not nothing, but there's no story. There's
I
no
hate that. What?
story. One thing I will say, and this is mostly from like the first half, 2/4. What am I doing? The first half, the bottom half of Only Up. Um, Part of it, there's part where you meet the elephant, right?
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
elephant's like, you're never gonna make it. You're a weak kid. You suck. Go back to the favela, get a job. And then you go a little further, and then that female AI voice chimes in again,
yeah,
and it says how your father would come home drunk and beat you and and his wife, your mother and you,
yeah,
and then right after she's done talking, the elephant voice says, "You're never going to make it. You're a weak kid," right after that. And it's almost like they're connecting that. Like, is the elephant the abusive father? Is what I'm getting at.
yeah.
Is the elephant the abusive father? Because it feels that way. I feel
Do you ever
abused
get
every time I walk
clarity
by.
from any of that?
That I don't know. That I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know.
okay.
Doubt it. Very doubtful though.
Yeah.
There's
It just
probably
seems like there's
nothing.
some underlying thing, but maybe there's not. Maybe it's just like a bunch of
It's
crazy
just AI
AI
generated,
generated text.
procedurally generated nonsense. It's just it
Yeah.
seems like nonsense. Maybe I don't know. Maybe in 5 years there will be an hour-long video essay on the deeper meaning behind Only Up that somebody will make. Surely not me, because
It'll
I'm not
probably
gonna play that game that much.
it'll probably be
No
me.
way.
I'll keep playing it until I beat it, and then once I beat it, which is, inevitably 3 years from now, I'll make that hour-long essay video talking about it and being like, you know, Sherman Cool was wrong.
It
It's
actually says a lot
connected.
about the meaning of life. It probably does in a lot of
It
ways.
might, yeah, it probably does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that deep of a game. It seems like it's really like, it's like getting over it. Like it's just a game to make you mad until you get good at it, or don't, and you quit and don't play it again,
Which that's honestly like save
possible.
yourself some time.
Yeah, just don't
Maybe.
play it.
Yeah. No, but that was Only Up. That's our Indie Iceberg number 3, where we dive deep on an indie game that is a little less known, even though Only Up is majorly known. I don't know, just any indie game apparently. But we have
True.
2 weeks to figure out what our next Indie Iceberg game will be.
It's-
Feel free to email us at mustacheridepod@gmail.com if you have any Indie Iceberg suggestions. Again, indie games that we probably haven't played is
yeah,
kind of what we're going for, because we want more exposure. We want to see more games.
yeah. And it's $6.99. Our past one only up on the Steam store right now. $6.99.
Yeah, it's on sale because the Steam summer sale is going on right now.
It
Only Up
is
is only $6.99,
$6.99.
$3 off. That's not bad.
I want a refund for $3.
Too bad.
I'm gonna refund it and buy
Sorry.
it right now.
Do you think you could? Have you played it for less than 2 hours? Is it 2 hours?
I don't know.
Forget.
No, I've played it for more than that. That's
I've
how far.
never-
That's how long I played it before I fell. If I would have fell at an hour and 50, I would have refunded it for sure.
I've never refunded a game on Steam.
I haven't either, actually.
Hmm.
We'll have to look into that. Maybe we'll have a whole episode on that.
Yeah, on just stealing games from Steam, and then playing them and refunding them.
Yeah, interesting.
It's like renting a game.
Did you ever do that as a kid? Rent a game, take it back?
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
rent? Yeah, you would take it back and get a new game.
I would rent it, and then we would bring it home and we would play it. And this is exactly why they're out of business for sure. I'm about to tell you. We would rent the game. It was always for the Xbox, the original Xbox. And then we would bring it home and we would play it. And we would get I don't know, 6 hours out of it. And then we would take it down. It would be a shift change. And we would say, hey, this game didn't work on our Xbox. And then we would exchange it for another rented game. And you could do it 3 times a day because that's how many shift changes there were. Yeah.
I went a lot deeper than I was expecting. You
I
went into shift change. You were like staking out the place. Were you hanging out in the parking lot watching with binoculars?
It's just how often I had rented games from there.
Hey, respect. You know, gamers got a game.
Gamers got a game. I feel bad for putting video rentals out of business, but
someone had to do it.
Somebody had to do it. Redbox was coming in. It was over.
Mm-hmm. So. If it wasn't you, it would have been Microsoft, Xbox Game Pass. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
But I do miss the days of demos. There's a lot of demos out on Steam right now and stuff. And Final Fantasy 16 had a demo. There's a lot of demos coming back, and they work. Dude. Yeah, they work. They get people into games. I feel like demos should be a thing again, or more games go on Game Pass. I'm cool with that too.
Yeah, for sure. The demo thing is so interesting because I was watching I saw a nostalgic video the other day of the old Walmart and GameStop boxes. You have the TV and you're playing the game and you're sitting there for you're okay, mom, go buy groceries. I'm gonna I'll be right back. And then you run to the
Yeah.
game section. Man, what a good time.
Those
What a
were
good
some
time.
early. Those were some good early gaming memories.
They were.
Things used to be so simple.
It
Tooth.
did.
Things used to be so simple. You used to buy your games and play it on cartridges. You used
Mm-hmm.
to buy your music on those uh
Things.
uh music used to come on those di- discs
I
or
don't know what
like
that is. What is that?
whatever,
A disc?
like those um they used to come on like a round
A
kind of
record?
reflecty thing.
A record? Final?
No, no, it was like shiny.
Shiny.
I had like a Green Day
Hmm.
like
What
one of
was it?
those.
What's it? iPod. It was the iPod. Had the shiny
No,
back.
before that, further ago.
I don't know.
I had like
I
a
wasn't
one
even
of those
alive.
Linkin Park one. Hybrid Theory, bro.
Hybrid Theory? Linkin
Yeah.
Park? A CD-ROM?
No, but you can see these nuts. Let's go! I got them, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I worked hard for that one too. Holy man, you just wouldn't say it.
I felt
You
felt
wouldn't
it.
say it.
I felt it in my body. I was like, there's got to be a reason that he's trying to
Yes,
get
there
me to say
was.
it. There's got to be a reason. And I was like, I don't want to say it.
Woo!
How do I not say it? How do I not say CD? I went with
Oh
CD-ROM.
man.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked.
You bought them.
I bought.
You called the
these
bluff.
Nuts.
I didn't buy
did.
them. I
You
didn't
didn't buy them? I bought the spicy ones because I knew
didn't
you
buy
wouldn't
'em.
have bought the spicy ones.
Ugh.
All right.
Now I am
quick
gonna have to buy
surprise
'em.
segment. Surprise segment before we get into our next segment. I'm gonna open these nuts
Oh man, I
and
should
I'm
have
gonna
bought them
try
now.
them live on the show because I'm not gonna show you these nuts and not put them in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I got some nuts here. These nuts, they're flavored ranch and sriracha flavored.
Mmm.
Fire up your taste buds with a spark of sriracha and creamy ranch gourmet flavored peanuts.
Nice.
The smell? Smells like peanuts.
Smells like
there's
nuts.
like no other smell.
Nuts.
The taste?
Tastes like nuts. Good. Should I buy them? Should I buy
Whoa.
it? Should I go buy them tomorrow?
They're good.
Yeah.
They're not spicy.
Are they
They're kind of creamy.
Are they like really salty? Like I feel like that's one thing. That's why I don't buy like a lot of them because they seem really salty.
They're pretty salty. They're pretty salty. They're very seasoned. That's kind of the deal. But I don't taste like sriracha or ranch individually. It's just kind of like a spiced nut. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know how to explain it.
Well,
But
now I'm gonna have to buy them, but I have to like wait. I have to wait it out because now you've done the D's nuts joke, and now you're gonna be expecting it. Like I don't know how long do I wait before the D's nuts joke comes back. Like I don't know. Tell us in the comments how long you have to wait before you get somebody back for a D's nuts joke because I don't know. I've never looked that up.
It really depends because right now I'm gonna be like an eagle. You know what I mean? Like a hawk up on a light post. Like I'm waiting for D's nuts. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get me very easily anytime soon.
I'm gonna hit you with D's nuts when you're least expecting it.
When I'm not looking.
When you're not looking.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, that's it for that segment. The little surprise D's nuts flavor testing segment. Love it.
I can't believe that it's July 2023 and D's nuts still hits.
I can't believe I got you so good, even though I had to work so hard.
You worked really hard for it. It was really
I was
forced.
begging in my head. I was like, just say it, just say it. Whew. Yeah, forced.
I wasn't gonna do it. it was like subconscious. It was like my brain didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
It was
I
weird.
didn't I had Green Day, Linkin Park, and that was like all I could think of what I owned. So I didn't have any more ammo and I didn't know how I was gonna pivot. Thanks for taking you took that like a
I took
champ.
it.
I
I took it.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You took these nuts on the chin. Uh so look, I feel like you and I we've done 36 episodes, Tooth.
It's true.
And these people that watch us, they don't even know who we are.
They
You know what I'm
don't.
saying? I don't know you,
Did you?
and I know you don't know me.
Hmm.
You know,
I
and I
wrote.
just feel like there's
I
so much more.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote the bios, like for the
Yeah,
book that we're putting out,
the
the
autobiography.
autobiography of our lives.
Wow, I
But
didn't know that existed. That's creepy.
well, I guess you don't know that much about me, so this is good. Let's. What do you want to know?
Yeah, we're getting into a new segment called "Who Are You?"
Who
And
am
in this
I? Yeah.
segment,
Okay.
we're just hoping to get to know each other a little more and expose uh hmm, expose ourselves a little more to the viewers, you know, and just let them know what we're all about. And we're gonna start it off by talking about early gaming memories.
Hey, like the demos. I like that.
Like the demos, I would go into Target with my mom, and she'd be like, "Okay, you're gonna go," and I'd be like, "Yep, I'm gonna go," and she'd be like, "Okay, we'll meet up. I'll find you," and I was like, "I'll
Yeah.
just be there. I'm not going anywhere because I don't want to get lost.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be sitting at the demos." And so I'd get like a cramp in my neck from looking up at the screen, playing these demos.
It
Good
was
times, man.
it was so crazy like to think about. I just went into Walmart the other day and was looking at the Switches, and they had like a Switch there, and they had a couple demos on it, and I was like, man, like I just remember going into Walmart and trying out all of these games that I wanted. I was like, yes, like this is the game. Like I want this for Christmas. Like I played it on the demo, or like we had an EB Games
Oh yeah,
that went into GameStop, and those were so cool too. Like they had the big giant like display boxes. Like I remember the Wii U one. Like
oh wow,
I remember
that's
so
right.
many, the Xbox. Like there were so many of them that were just like so great. And I think
Yeah,
Xbox is like the first one that I remember like in the store. Like I remember
oh
that
yeah,
one in the store, and PlayStation, uh Nintendo 64 because I didn't have one. So
yeah.
I played it in like the demos all the time, but cuz I never had one. So I was like, I'm going to play all these demos cuz I can't play this at home.
Yeah, I remember we had a McDonald's near us with a play place,
Mm.
like a jungle
Yeah.
gym inside, and like
Yeah,
a I
yeah.
don't know, like a crappy ball pit or something, and like some tubes to climb through. And then next to the jungle gym, there was like a little station. All the ground's padded with the tiny chairs, and
Yeah.
it's like a little station for a GameCube. And that's the first place I ever played Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay.
And I grew up, I loved it. I only played the beginning. I played the beginning, I don't know, several times, just going back to that McDonald's over the time. And it was just pretty cool to sit there and play a game in a McDonald's like that. But then like also I didn't have a GameCube yet, and I hadn't played any much Mario at all, and so Mario Sunshine, I guess, was probably my first real introduction to 3D Mario, which was cool. And then
Mm.
I grew up to realize nobody likes Sunshine. Everybody hates it compared to the other ones, and I'm just over here like, but it's my favorite, you know. Um, but yeah, I don't know. There are lots of early gaming memories. What are some of the earliest games you remember playing as a youth, as a boy?
So the earliest games I remember playing are we had an Atari, believe it or not.
Okay.
And
Egyptian period.
I remember I remember playing Pitfall So Pitfall was a cool game. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've never even played it. I have seen it.
But it was really fun. I remember playing, stuff like Pac-Man and different things like that. But my favorite memories were like in the Nintendo era. We had a NES. The fireworks are so crazy right now. Like
I hear
you
a little.
hear
It
them?
sounds like you're breathing in your mic. That's it. No
It's
big deal.
it's kind of nuts. Like here it feels like my monitors are shaking. It's so crazy. I think it I think it might have been the finale. Oh no, it's still going. I bet they spent like I don't mean to like go off on a thing, but like I mean like they had to have spent a week's worth of pay on what just happened right there. That's crazy. But the NES was like huge for me. Sorry, Dan, I don't know if it's gonna work yet because I don't know how YouTube commands work. Still working on it. The NES was super cool. I remember playing Mario with my mom a lot, and a lot of other like Nintendo based games. Like we had like Super Mario Brothers. I remember getting the Yoshi games. It was such a fun time because my mom was low key really good at Mario and
Okay.
really good at Duck Hunt, and she doesn't play games like anymore, but she was into like Nintendo, like playing Mario up till like 3 a.m. playing
Hell
Mario.
yeah.
So that was really cool. So I remember that. Um, and then we played this like I remember specifically it was Super Nintendo. It was called Super Black Bass. It was a fishing game.
Okay.
And my mom, my dad, and me all played together. Like we would take turns casting and catching a fish, and when you caught a fish, she would hand off the controller,
I
and
love
the
that.
next person would do it. So we would play all those games together, and it just sort of it got sort of like far and few between, like when we would play games together. But I remember getting the Xbox for Christmas, and my dad like playing Halo with me. And then when the next Halo came out, I got him into playing Halo online with me, and so I got him like an Xbox Live account,
Nah.
and we were playing Rumble, like the team, not the team, but the free for all matches together on Halo 2.
Yeah.
And I those are some of the things that I really really remember, like those like really specific things like Mario Golf and Tetris and Centipede and Dig Dug and like all these like weird games that I like are disjointed in my brain of like, oh, like I remember all these things like it was yesterday. Like I can
You had
remember
a
like,
lot. You had some classics.
yeah, like it was cool. Like I feel like it was like a lot of stuff that like probably my parents like would have had when they were like teenagers, like or like late teens, because my parents were so young when they had me. And so it
Oh,
was
okay.
like it was really cool. Like my mom was 20, so it's
Kind of
like
easier to
yeah.
bond on that
Yeah.
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like like when I was 20, like oh my god, like I played more video games than I did anything else. Like I remember like failing an entire college course because I played video games too much. And
What
so
game was that? World of Warcraft?
and no, it wasn't. It was Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, dang. You had it bad.
Yeah, my roommate and I got top 500 in that game for 30
Okay.
seconds,
Is what
which
it
is
is, though.
good enough for
Can't
me.
take that away from you.
Can't take that away.
Besides, after the 30 seconds when they did, I guess.
Yeah, and thinking that I paid like $3,000 to take a class probably and failed it. But
Internet wasn't even good.
no, it wasn't. It was
I
bad.
can imagine. Yeah.
But yeah, I
Dang.
mean, like there were like I don't know, like I feel like it's just like it was a good time to grow up because like I feel like we got all those like really cool like Nintendo, like the Game Boy. Like I remember like trading
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
like with the Game Boy too. Um, yeah, I mean like all the cool stuff. I feel like I grew up in like video game world. Like I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah. I wanted to, I guess. Like,
Hmm.
the most exciting things in my life were when I was able to get a new game or like do, play
Yeah.
games for a long time and stuff. I was a Sega kid. I played Sega Genesis. That was my
Hmm.
first
Yeah.
console.
Okay.
I think before that, I had the OG Game Boy, the original Game Boy. I played Ninja Gaiden, the original Ninja Gaiden on
Yeah.
original Game Boy. That game was hard as hell, but really a good one to cut your teeth on, you know? A good one to like really try hard at
Yeah.
cuz Ninja Gaiden, I don't know if you've ever tried to play those old games, but
I've not.
it is it's like I don't know. You got to be pixel perfect with some of the stuff you got to do in that game. But I'd sit there at night with a flashlight under my chin, trying to hide under the covers, playing Ninja Gaiden, and then then went to Game Boy Color. Well, no, I guess I also had yellow version for the original Game Boy, um, and then Game Boy Color had red and blue version for Pokemon.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but I had the Sega Genesis. I was a Sonic kid, and so I Sonic 2 specifically. I had a babysitter that would come over, and she'd just sit there and play Sonic on our Sega Genesis the whole time, and I
Nice.
would like sit there in awe watching her because she was so good at Sonic, and I was just a young chap, not really knowing what I was doing in Sonic, just trying to get to
Yeah.
the right, just trying to go to the right. That's all I'm doing. And then sometimes Dr. Eggman shows up and you got to jump on his head. Otherwise, we're going to the right, or you're getting to the checkpoints, the little spinny doodad, hoping to get to the bonus level where you're going
Yeah.
down the tube and you get like a half pipe. Oh, dude, that was sick.
I just always
But
tried
like
not
I
to
was,
die. I didn't want to drown. That's what I that was my primary goal
oh,
in Sonic is not to drown.
that's some that's nightmare fuel. Dum dum
Yeah.
dum 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 dum. The music and then the way Sonic looked, like he was like struggling. Oh no.
I might change my wake up alarm to that sound. No way I'll sleep through that.
True, probably. You'd wake up no problem.
Sonic was good.
But Sonic was good. I had a Jungle Book game, the Jungle Book game for Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I remember that game.
That game was hard as well. But
Yeah.
it's funny, I actually got it on an emulator more
Okay.
recently. I fired it up. Game's easy, dude. Like way easier than I remember.
Yeah.
Way easier than I remember, but still like has some BS and it still gets a little difficult, but
Yeah, yeah.
way easier than I remember. I made it further in one sitting than I ever did back in the day. It's kind of funny.
It is funny to
Um,
go back and look at those like games like that you
yeah,
thought were hard.
I'm
I
a
feel
sucker for that.
I feel like some of them, like some of the beat 'em up games, like still
Hmm.
feel hard though. Like I played. Speaking of Sonic, I played Golden Axe a lot when I was a
Oh
kid.
yeah.
And I didn't have a Sonic or a Sega at home, but I had a Sega at my both grandparents' house. And so when I went there, I would play the cool Sega games.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I never had Golden Axe. I had a Batman game for Genesis. That was pretty cool. But I don't know. Then it went to Dreamcast. Stuck with Sega.
I
Got a
didn't have a
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Played more Sonic Adventure. Played Shenmue, which was like mind blowing. I'd play Shenmue with my sister, and we would just like go into the supermarket, pick up the cartons and things, and look at the nutrition facts, and be like why is this here? This is a video game, but like that's what games could be. That really like
Yeah.
opened my mind to video games even more. Shenmue was really something back in the day. But then yeah, also same. I'd play games with my dad as well. My dad and I would play Resident Evil.
Okay.
So like I wasn't able to I wasn't allowed to watch Popeye growing up because it was too violent. But then I'd sit there and play Resident Evil with my dad and like other stuff. So I don't know
Yeah.
what the deal was with Popeye,
Yeah.
but maybe my parents were worried I would want spinach because they didn't
Hmm.
like spinach. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah. That's it. Spinach is
But
violent compared to games.
spinach equals violence.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, Resident Evil, I just remember distinctly in my head like hugging a pillow, watching my dad play the original Resident Evil, and then we're playing Code Veronica. This is on probably GameCube or something by now, and Code Veronica, and then we both have a save file, He's at one point in the game, I'm at a different point, and then I skipped a couple Resident Evils, and we got Resident Evil 4
Okay.
on GameCube, and I was the one taking charge on that one. And I was like, I played through that like 4 or 5 times on the GameCube, and my dad had just finished it, you know. But it was like sharing those times with my dad, super special.
Yeah.
I played Halo with my dad as well.
Nice.
Kick his ass. I'd kick his ass,
I
bro.
loved it.
It made me feel so good. Like I was really good at Halo, and
Yeah.
then I would play with like friends at their house, and they would kick my ass, and I'd be like, "Oh, wow, I'm not that good."
I'm
Like
not that good.
my dad is worse than I thought, or
Yeah.
something, you know? Like,
We would do like LAN, like my dad would even get in on like LAN party like gaming for Halo
oh,
CE when it came out. Like it was really cool. I do remember those like times where like I would like find my dad split screen, like we're playing free for all. I was like, oh, I know where he is. Like he got the sniper, I have the rocket launcher, like, and then I would just go find him and assassinate him, which was fun.
oh yeah,
Those are, yeah, man, what a, like, that was just such a cool, like a cool time. I remember like a
yeah.
very like cool memory of like my granddad who got a PlayStation 1. And so I never had a PlayStation really growing up, but my granddad did. He bought one to play games. My grandma found it at a yard sale,
Hmm.
and he played Tomb Raider, like the first one.
Okay.
He really liked Laura Croft. He was
Hmm.
super into her for, you know, I mean, Laura Croft, pretty
Who knows?
cool.
Whatever reason. Yeah.
Whatever reason, pretty cool. But he played the original like Tomb Raider, and I remember as a kid, like there's a point in that game where there's like a giant dinosaur that comes up, like in the first one, like it's like a jump scare moment. And I remember like almost peeing myself as a kid, like when that like popped up. It's just like those are cool little things that you don't really think about, like when you're playing games today. Like you don't think about those moments, but it's cool to like sit and talk about them because you remember a lot of stuff. I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm saying you, but like I feel like we both like it's cool to like recall things like that.
Yeah, just rehash it because that
Yeah.
it's you remember more than maybe you give yourself credit for because you don't really give yourself the chance to
Yeah.
dive back into those times. And so, yeah, that's kind of one of the nice reasons I like that we made this segment, this
It's a
"Who
good
Are You"
segment.
segment. I think it's a good segment. Um,
So what's your
any
favorite
final, yeah, any
favorite
final words or
game?
stories?
What's your favorite game pre sort of buying your own era? Like what's your favorite game in that memory world?
Yeah, probably Oblivion. Elder Scrolls
Oblivion?
Oblivion. Yeah. Cuz at this point in my life when I had an Xbox 360, I did not have internet in my house, and but I had my own room. I had a couch in my room, and I would sit on that couch. Couch was real close to the TV. I had an old TV. It's like a CRT TV with wood side paneling, and
Yeah.
the remote that it had about 200 buttons on it, and it was as big as your face. And I'd sit there on my couch, I'd put my feet up on the wood side paneling of the TV, so I just have this perfect, like, I'm looking between
Tunnel
my knees
vision.
at,
Yeah.
yeah, just perfect, zoned in on the TV, and I'm just grinding away at an Oblivion, just playing, just ah man, good times. And I would just sit there for hours because like I said, we didn't have internet at the time. We just
Yeah.
a lot of like people had internet. My family didn't have internet,
Yeah.
and so no Call of Duty. I'd try to steal my neighbor's Call of Duty. I'd try to steal my neighbor's
Internet
internet
to
so that
play
I
Call
could
of Duty.
play Call of Duties because I was
Smart.
desperate to play more.
Yeah.
But usually I'd just stick with Oblivion or other single player games like that. But yeah, what about you?
For me, it still carries true. I think I'll do two because my all-time favorite game, I think still today, is Halo CE. Like nothing has ever like got me more into gaming than Halo did. Like the original Halo,
Nice.
like I got it and an Xbox for Christmas. Like and that changed my life essentially. But I will have to say that Super Mario Brothers 2, the second Super Mario Brothers, is probably like my favorite game memory, like playing with my like parents' mom. Like that's a cool moment. Like I feel like that's the game where it's like, oh, I beat that game and my mom beat that game too. That's a cool thing. I like that game. It's like a classic, but it's like, I don't know how many people like beat a game with their mom, you know what I mean? Like how many people do
Especially a pretty skill intensive game like Mario 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
nice. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad, I feel like I know you a little better now, Tooth.
I think so too. I'll add
I
another
feel
chapter
like
to the book.
we're a little closer. And I
Yeah.
hope the viewers at home, I hope you guys, are, maybe it sparked up some early gaming memories of yours, and maybe it got you thinking about good times in the past. I hope your parents were as cool with video games as ours were. And it kind of gets me thinking, like, growing up these days, how, like, honestly, we grew up in the golden age of video games, upcoming, yada, yada, but, like, right now,
Yeah.
imagine growing up with Game Pass and Steam and free games on Epic Store and
It's kind of wild.
I mean, PS Plus, and like it's a smorgasbord.
It's
a buffet out
and you
there.
can still play all those old games. Like you can still do it.
Yeah,
it's a cool time to be alive right now. It is.
It's a good time for video games, man. I'm happy to be sharing it with you and with everyone else out there.
Yeah,
but
me too, man.
I'd say that's about it for the episode tonight. I think we did a good job, and we feel I feel a little closer now.
Yeah,
and we're setting us up for a nice episode 37.
We are. The autobiography was kind of light, I would say. Like I had a good like intro going, like my friend Sherman Cool, but then I stopped because I was like, well. But now I can write about this. I can write about the gaming memory town.
There's a paragraph for you right there.
Yeah. I'm excited for episode 37 and what we talk about next. It could be cool.
Could be. But this is the point where I would say, now, Tooth, who we gonna raid? But we can't raid anybody here, damn it.
We're not gonna raid anybody.
Get with the program, bro. But instead, I encourage you guys to go and watch a live stream. Go to Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, whatever it is that tickles your fancy, and go and show some live streamers some love, because we can't raid out.